gonna knock this down first because it seemed like the most like, get your brain going. Get your brain going. Shout out Joe.
Video that I make. Some would say not even philosophical at all, but I think it, deserves to be on this channel because I think
let's get real, big bro.
My thoughts on a specific topic. Today, we're going to be talking about content creation, my content creation journey, but more importantly, the content creation dilemma. Kind of the idea of why creators just
whatever. No, not TikTok. That was like 2020, but YouTube and Twitch in general, like becoming like, because they started that like 15, 16. They going on 30 still doing it, so I feel like a lot of them, they just feel like they just fall out of love with it. They want to live life because they didn't live life, because they gave their life to creating content every single day, and they just fell out of love with it. And then other people, some of them fall off because their content falls off in general. For instance, like, I don't know, they blew up off something and nothing they put out compared the minimal to what they blew up for. So people just get uninterested. I don't think it's more so of like, dang, I'm yapping.
To fizzle out and die.
But I don't think it's more so of like minimal to what they blew up for. So people just get uninterested. I don't think it's more like, dang, I'm yapping.
To fizzle out and die.
But I don't think it's more so of like, your content is boring, because anybody can, like, it's just who you based off. It's off of who you are, bro. It's not really, I don't know.
All off a culmination of things. I'm kind of going to give you the eyes of a creator. While that may not, fit every creator's narrative or, perspective themselves, I'm just going to kind of share how I perceive content, how content is categorized in the way that it works in a job sense, right? Like people that stream versus do YouTube versus post every day. But yeah, let's
love it.
Money, personal entertainment, and growth, right?
Yeah. I know the first two. Money, or money, or you just do it like for instance, like the people who did it when they were younger, they didn't do it thinking going into it, oh, I'm about to get rich off this. No, they just made it like Dashy, like Corey, they did it because they loved doing it, like doing it. They didn't think it was going to become a career. It was just like something to pass the time with. And then money, that's another reason why some people fall off, when they do it for money. And yeah.
The goal of content in, the perspective of creating it is you're either in the game for making money, you're in the game for growing your following and getting followers and just the cloud of it all, or you're in it for personal entertainment and you just are, a fan of creating YouTube content or Twitch content, TikTok content, whatever, content creation you're a part of. Usually it's a mixture of some for some people it leans more one way than another. For me, that reason has changed over time. And I think that reason changes over time for all creators in their content journey. When I started out, I was in high school, right? And I was originally a TikTok creator. And all I really cared about was growth. I didn't really think that I would make money on it because TikTok, at the time, even for the first basically 2 years that I did it, wasn't a platform to make money. There was no creator program. There was very few partnerships outside of the people that were the largest at the time, like Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, and like the Hype House crew that had...
Oh, no, that was crazy times. I'm not going to hold you. One big reason why I downloaded TikTok was Addison Rae.
30, 40 million followers.
I thought that she was going to be one of the biggest streamers in the world, bruh. Facts. I did. I thought that she was going to end up going over to like Twitch or like YouTube and streaming or like doing some type of thing out of TikTok. And I thought she was going to be, I specifically thought she was going to be the biggest streamer. But I don't think she ever went over to Twitch or nothing like that. And I was wrong because I'm ugly.
And we're getting deals with like Walmart. So when I started, it was just really for the sake of growth. I would make TikToks for, a little bit of fun. But also I just liked getting views. I've talked about it before. I was a narcissist in high school and, early college, like during COVID, like 2020, 2021. All I really cared about was like how people perceived me. And I thought it made me cool, to make content. I thought it was fun, but I thought it was more fun for a video to do well than to make the video itself. I didn't really like making the videos. Not that I hated it, but it wasn't like I wasn't excited to make TikToks. I was just constantly going through like, okay, what would blow up? What would do well? I was like obsessed with the system of content creation and like how I could, grow and what things would get clicks and views. Like if you look at my really,
sorry, cut you off, big bro, but I was the opposite. I used to do YouTube back in like 2013, 14, maybe 15, 16 for a little bit. And I used to do like Roblox videos on a crappy laptop. Didn't even have a mic. So the way that I would talk in the video, well, I wouldn't even talk, I would type. I would type in the Roblox chat, like, "Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing," that type of joint. But I ended up stopping because I was actually afraid of people seeing it. I don't know, it was weird because obviously you post on the internet for people to see it, but I was nervous for people to see it. I guess I was like, oh no, they probably gonna say the video bad or something, and I couldn't take that type of criticism, so I stopped. I posted like 2-3 videos, and then that hit my mind because I think a video had like 40 viewers. And then 2 people like typed in the chat. They didn't even type words. They just typed emojis. And it was like the laughing emoji and something else. And I was just like, yeah, I didn't like that. It was like too many eyes. And then I just stopped. So I was the opposite. I didn't want people to see me. I wanted to stay invisible. But I love doing the content. But yeah.
the old TikTok videos, they were all over the place. They were just kind of a culmination of things that were trend-based and things that I thought would do well. And part of that was rants. The first thing that really blew up kind of consecutively for me was making these overly exact.
Facts. All I used to do on my TikTok, see a long-headed white man with a Carhartt beanie yelling to his earbud thing.
Exaggerated, oh, what the fuck? Why do people say crayon like crayon? It's fucking annoying. Shit like that, And I got into a groove, I started making rants and reacts, and that's kind of even what I do now, but in a much different way. And I'm more me than it was a character, right, that I had to put on for this, TikTok fame, some would say. And I hated it. And I look back and I cringe at myself because it's like that person.
I don't know why people put TikTok fame, and why do people do that? Like, big creators, for instance, like they really be downplaying their success, and I don't like that. Like Joe, like he just did like TikTok fame, like he did it in quotations, like he's not one of the biggest TikTokers on the app. He has 25 million, bro. Every video he posts is over 1 million. I don't like when I don't like that downplaying, bro. Like, come on, bro.
That facade I had to do to create that character actually became me for a short period of time.
Because that's when I watched him more. When he started streaming on Twitch.
Not like a random day, but over time, like pretty quickly, like a 3-month span, around like when I started dating Brooke, like late 2021, I snapped out of it. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? And so you could actually see, like, time-wise, my content changed pretty rapidly then. I became less like the rage monster. I still crash out, and I think it's more authentic, maybe a little heightened, but it's like I get to be me for content. And I think that me has grown and become a better person and a better content creator over time. Obviously through the fact that I've been more successful on other platforms, but also just like I enjoy
YouTube is crazy.
Back to what I was saying. I started out on TikTok, and at the time I wasn't making money. It was just for growth. And I think that's kind of the best way to grow. Because when you're doing it for fun and for growth, you're not focused on monetization, because I think monetization limits your capacity to reach an audience, It does. And that's why a lot of people say, oh, you sold out, like a sellout is somebody that fell off and just kind of took like a money grab for the sake of, profit rather than, fostering their fan base or entertainment. Like when people sign, like, I don't want to use this as an example because I really don't think Ninja was in it just straight for the money, because it was an amount of money that he couldn't turn down. But like Ninja's Mixer deal, was like a stereotypical sellout deal.
Nah, that literally was. That literally was a sellout. But for that amount of money, bro. Okay, say if Mixer never shut down, bro. I mean, he's still successful even when it did shut down. I don't. How much did he get paid? I think he got paid like $100 million, or was that Ninja Mixer deal? They paid him like $1 million. Oh no, I mean I said a mil. I was thinking 100 million. Okay, reportedly worth between 20 and 30 million, but it did shut down. So how much did he actually get paid? Even you know, okay, let's just say he got 10 million. Yeah, because it shut down like less than a year later. So I don't even. I mean, maybe he got paid a little bit of it, or not a little bit. He probably got paid like $30 million. Yeah, he got paid that, but then went back to Twitch. But
And
but for the amount of money that he did do it with, because you got to think about it, bro. Yo, people, motherfuckers get old, bro. They get families. Like you got to think, like like certain point, you really gotta, He's just trying to get set. $30 million, bro, just to go to another streaming platform. I don't even think he. Well, I don't know if he could like exclusively only stream on Mixer, because I don't even think at that time people were actually multi streaming. I think that came into the game like 2 years ago, like actually multi streaming, or like 3 years ago. I don't know, but $30 million, bro.
there's
Hey,
nothing wrong with him taking it. I think anybody, including me, would take 50 million fucking dollars to switch
yeah,
platforms. But it's like shit like that, like when you're in it for the money, it's going to decrease your viewership. And so that's why like a lot of creators that get in it because it's like their dream job. I'm like, if it's your dream job because you think it would be fun and you like the entertainment aspect of it, then by all means pursue it. But if it's your dream job because it just makes a shitload of money and you're going to go in it for the sake of making a shitload of money, you're probably never going to grow.
yeah. I would say for me, this is well. Actually, no, this wasn't. Well, it wasn't, and now it kind of is. It's like different. Cause when I was growing up, I just wanted to be a YouTube. I wanted to be a faceless YouTuber. I wanted to be like who back in. Obviously Jeff, but he did face cam. I didn't want to do face cam. Like the Dismo. I think it was Dismo. He didn't do. He does face cam now, but he didn't at first. Like doing like Black Ops 3. I think Infinite Warfare. He didn't do face cam. I wanted to just be like that though. I wanted to just play games. Boom. And that's what I wanted to do. But now I do both now. I stream now and now. I would love to make this a career, but I would be happy if I could just at least make back what I put in, like for the computer and all of that. That would be enough. Either way, I'd be happy though. Even if I don't do it, at least I tried and I'm doing it now. I can say I tried. But yeah.
Right. And obviously, there are people that are anomalies in that situation, but that's just my own personal experience, my own fallacy, I guess, of my own.
Ooh, fallacy. That's a word. Hold on. Fallacy? Fallacy, a flaw or error in reasoning that weakens an argument, often making it appear stronger than it actually is. It is a common fallacy that only men are good at math. It's a common fallacy that I'm gay? Mm. Faulty reason and are widely held but mistaken belief. Attributing human emotion in nature. Okay, fallacy. We got to keep that in the books. Keep that in the books. Remember that fallacy.
Viewpoint on how I've seen other creators, including myself, grow, fall off, die, burn out, whatever it is. But yeah, so going into like 2022, 2023 is when I really started to make money. And it's when I switched my major. I was in college originally for exercise science, and this was during COVID. So the entire first year, 2020 to 2021, I was fully online. Even that summer, I had not gone to a physical in-person class until like September of 2021, and that's when I switched my major to philosophy. I wasn't making enough money to like retire or anything, but I was making enough money for it to be feasible for me to switch majors rather than drop out, right? It wasn't enough money to urge me to drop out. I could have, right, looking back at it, but I really do, like, I wouldn't have this channel, if I had dropped out. You wouldn't be watching this video if I had dropped out. I think my content would have taken an entirely different narrative. I would be an entirely different person because I think philosophy as a whole has changed me for the better, but I switched majors. I don't drop out. I was like, fuck PT. I don't want to go to college for.
Hold on, let me put this down there.
7 years. So I continue to do content creation in college, same time.
Should've got
And
another
there
water.
was a level of burnout. And I think that burnout got redirected towards school rather than content, because I was so annoyed with like having to study that I was so excited to go home and stream, And now that I'm graduated, I graduated late 2024. Like my entire job, like I no longer do college and content creation. I just do content creation, right? Yeah, I have 3, 4, fucking 5 YouTube channels. And I stream every day, or not every day, 5 days a week. Everything has changed drastically, and that's kind of a road that people go down in content creation in general. I think the point that I'm trying to make, I'm kind of just storytelling about like my content creation journey, but the reason I'm telling this is because I think this is kind of the path that a lot of creators at my size or larger go, where it's like, hey, this is fun, this is growth, then you make a lot of money, right? And now you're where I am now, where you do content creation full time, and then this is where you kind of hit a crossroads, right? You either really lock in and you keep trying to grow, you stagnate and kind of try to maintain the audience that you have, or you just fall off and, fucking retire or go on to another job, whatever it may be. And I think one of the reasons a lot of people burn out and fall off is because they get in the same groove over and over and over again. Content creation and life in general is like sledding down a hill. You're originally trying to make a path with the sled and you get into a groove, but sometimes that groove gets kind of boring, and you want to take another path. You're at an amusement park, you ride the same slide 7 times, you want to go down another slide. And that's what you kind of need to do with content creation. You also need to realize that you're entertaining an audience. What might work right now and what might entertain people right now might not entertain people, 3 months from now, 2 days from now, 3 days from now.
Damn, I said a year. Damn, I chopped. Oh gosh.
A lot of it's trend hopping. A lot of it's your own personal content creation. It's whatever it may be. And
yeah, that's one thing that I don't really like though. The trend hopping stuff. I don't know. I feel like that's too much, bro. Like, yeah, you go get that buzz, that groove, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, are you really even you? Cause you just chasing after trends, bro. Trend after trend. As soon as a new trend come up, you gotta be there. Another trend go. When that trend goes, you gotta go to the next one, the next one. It's like,
This is what I wanted to get into the different types of content. I'm in the rat race, right? I'm a rat race creator. I am somebody that posts very frequently. I have to follow certain trends. I constantly have to pivot what I'm doing. A lot of it's always, yes, reaction content or like random product reviews and just chatting shit, or video games, especially video games. Video games is the fucking rat race and a half, man. You got to be playing what's popular. You got to be playing what people want you to play.
Unless you're an anomaly like Queso.
That's why I always shout out, video session tab, game session tab. If you watch my streams, it's like I constantly shout that shit out because I need to know what people want to see. And if you're not receptive to your audience, they're not going to be receptive to you. And that's how you fucking fall off. The amount of creators on TikTok that ride a trend to the fucking face of the earth and then fall off like it's a fucking squared Minecraft verse. It's like, it's unreal, dude. And then they blame shadow banning, and that pisses me off the most because there's so many people. You see it most in short form creators, because long form creators, to even grow to that size, you kind of have to understand the game. But it's like TikTok content, you can blow up, 0 to 1 million in a day. But it's like the amount of creators that ride a trend, it works. They keep doing it, whether it be the same sound, same dance, same fucking idea. And they run it over and over and over and over. And it blows up 40, 50, 60 times. And then eventually it starts falling off. And they keep doing it. It falls off. They tweak it. It might grow a little and then it falls off. And then they sit there and they go, oh, I was fucking shadow banned, man. I was fucking shadow banned. That or they burn out, And it's like, dude, I don't know how people don't see that it's because you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Like the amount of gaming creators that burnt out and then quit because they were just doing the same content consistently.
Yeah, that's another thing, bro. Like being a YouTuber, or not even a YouTuber, a streamer too, and you're playing a game and the game is just so bad. I don't know how they do it, bro. I don't know how they do it. Like, for instance, for people who only play Call of Duty, like you're only playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7 right now. Or if you're a Destiny 2 player, you're only playing Destiny 2 right now. How are you doing that? How you doing that and staying afloat? That's one thing. I always like variety, like people who play like variety type of games instead of people who just play only like type like one game. Cause I don't know how you could do that unless you like the top of the top of the top. Like for instance, Jev, like FaZe Jev, he's a Call of Duty YouTuber. He's known for Call of Duty, but he's not really uploading Call of Duty content like that, obviously, because the game is. But If he were to upload a COD video, he would still get like 200, 300,000 viewers on that video. But that's just because he's solidified in that spot. He's one of the like top of the top where he could just literally at this point probably post anything. People are going to watch it just because it's him and he's going to make it entertaining. But other people can't do that. Some people post a car video get 10,000 views. They say, I'm not really feeling COD, let me try something else. That video gets like 1,000, 2,000. It's like, yo, then they just got to go back to COD because they most of the time this is probably their full-time job. They can't risk branching out, trying to branch out at this point in time because everybody want to watch Call of Duty. So he got to go back to COD and,
Constantly playing the same game, doing the same series, and a lot of those guys made a bag and dipped, and that's all they wanted to do. And congrats to them. But it's like some people did that, and then they were like confused on why they fell off or why they burned out. Like falling off as a creator is gradual. Opposite from like cancellation or just quitting. Like you don't just fall off.
You can get back on.
I hate when people say that. It's like, oh, you get back on. Like, no, you don't fall off. Like you slid down a hill of less and less views. You don't go from getting 1 million views a video to getting fucking 200K a video to getting 50K a video. Like it's slow. And the YouTube game is really, it's fucked because I think YouTube as a whole treats its audience or its creators rather as like gambling addicts, because how they set up the YouTube page, my editor could flash this up. It's basically like Schlatt mentioned it when he talked about how he was quitting or at least stopping posting on his main channel. You get very obsessive. It's all analytical. When you get a 1 out of 10 video, which is basically the best performing video out of the last 10 you posted, they shoot confetti all over your page and it's very rewarding. And when you get a 10 out of 10 video, all the fucking stats are gray. It says less people are engaging. You're doing worse than you normally do. Like it puts you down, and it's like, it's kind of like you're this like trained athlete that your parents are forcing to play this sport, and you get really rewarded and like hyped up when you do well and really put down when you do bad. And it's like a drug, man. The YouTube game is fucking obsessive. And that's another reason why people burn out. It might not even be the fact that you're keeping the same content creation. You might be switching it up. Schlatt switches it up. It's just like the mental game of like, holy fuck. I'm stuck in a loop, and it's hard to get out of, man. Like, because I've been in the rat race, I used to stream 6 days a week, even 7 days a week, and I would post every fucking day. I still post almost every day on my main channel, but I'm cutting back. I'm trying to post like 2 days a week less. I'm trying to stream a little bit less or make, less YouTube-driven content, and sometimes just rip a stream to rip a stream. But it's like, it's hard to do that. To be able to take that step back is so hard because mentally you're being rewarded by YouTube. You're being monetarily rewarded. Your audience is motivating you to keep doing it. So everything is telling you to keep going.
Nothing is telling you to stop. Everything is telling you to keep going, but you can't. Or you mustn't.
Even though emotionally your mind is being like, I want to step back, And I think that I'm grateful that I've been able to kind of force myself to take that small step back. And a lot of people are like, why would you do that? It's because I don't want to just hard quit. I think a lot of creators ignore that and they just keep going. They keep posting, and then they're getting more and more unhappy and unsatisfied with it. And then eventually they just can't take it anymore and they stop. I would rather take a small step back, do it for 6 months, take a small step.
But also I feel like this applies to big content creators only. I don't really think this applies to like the small joints, because as a big content creator, everyone knows your face. Everybody knows your face. If not your face, your name. If not your name, your face. You get what I'm saying? They know your content. But as a small one, you have to keep up. You can't go a day without people seeing you, because they will forget you. They won't forget the people at the top because they at the top. You don't forget the people at the top. People at the bottom don't really matter though. You might see them one day, okay? Then you don't see them the next day. You're not going to care. Then you're not going to see them the next day. You're not going to care. It's going to keep going. So I feel like as a smaller one, you got to go every day. If people got to see you. They got to see you until you drill in your face or your name into their memory. So then when they do see you, that's him. Because right now, they see you, It's not enough. It's not enough. So I feel like this only applies to big ones where you could do that. You got to go every day if you're small and you want to get up there. You got to go every day so people can see you.
Back, do it for 6 months, and then over 2, 3, 4 years, you leave, and then you kind of post whenever you want, like PewDiePie or like other people that post once every 6 months. They just do life updates or random vlogs, whatever the fuck, different content.
See, PewDiePie can do that. Why? First off, he's settled for life. He's one of the biggest YouTubers ever. He can do that. We can't. I can't do that. I can't post every 6 months.
That they never used to post because it's just they were able to gradually step
and plus
back.
He has a family.
I think it's hard. And it's hard on your audience, too, when you just quit. It's a lot easier for you to be like, all right, I'm going to post 5 days a week instead
of
7. And then 6 months later, you post 3. And then people aren't really expecting it. They have time to move on. You got to realize, like, some of you guys watch me every day. And it's surreal, but I've been ranting for 10 minutes. I have no notes for this video, by the way. I sat down and I was like, I'm just going to ramble. It's fucking midnight, by the way, when I'm recording this. Sorry, I just realized I've been locked in on this. But, oh my God, what was I saying? See, this is why I wish I had a Twitch chat, because then chat just goes like, oh, you were saying this. Oh my God. What was I fucking saying? I haven't eaten in like 12 hours, too.
Nah, this nigga's a yapper, bro, but he's so
I
good.
I just got off stream. And I was doing other content shit, and I'm like, I gotta film this video. That's part of the burnout, man. It's like, I'm like, my brain's half functioning. It's fucking crazy. Like, you just get obsessive with it. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it's ever harder than a 9 to 5, because it's not, man. But it's like, it's so incomparable. Like, that's why.
I think it's not. I think coming up is, obviously, because you're not guaranteed to make no money in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You're not guaranteed. I feel like it's harder in the terms of coming up as one, trying to become a streamer is like trying to become like a successful streamer is harder than having a 9 to 5. But once you actually become a successful one, the difficulty lowers and lowers and lowers because you're successful. Like, you probably already made more than someone who works at 95, doing something you quite literally enjoy and could do for the rest of your life, probably. But I think coming up is probably harder. Because, like, say you don't have an outside job. This is the only thing you're doing. The average person, you're going to go at least like 2-3 years. The first 2-3 years not making any type of money. When with the 9 to 5 joint. First week, you know what I'm saying? Second week, you got some bread coming in.
I hate when people say like 9 to 5s are easier, because they're not. They're harder. It's 100%. But it's like the mental. I think that's the big thing, is it's the mental game.
Yeah, it's the mental.
It's like there's no groove.
Don't nobody want to do nothing they don't love for the rest of their life.
You can't get in. You can never feel like safe. Not in the sense of like, oh, security. Obviously, there's death threats and other shit that you deal with, and that's another big thing of like the emotional mental hate game. But it's like you can't feel safe in just making the same content, because you're gonna fall off, And I think part of me like sometimes just makes that content for the sake of plateauing, because like I've said before, I'm fine with however big I grow on YouTube. I don't want to be one of those guys on Twitch with like 30K viewers. It sucks, man. There's no community. It's just fucking spam. But there's people that plateau, and you can't. Sorry, I'm rambling so much right now.
You good, big bro?
Editor, chop this up in whatever way you deem fit, or you could fucking keep it like this. I don't really give a fuck. I'm just trying to, air out my mind, I guess. But the problem with content creation as a job, I guess, in the sake of like mental, health, is you can't, like a 9 to 5, you could go to work. And you do the work, you go home, you forget about it. You're always doing content creation. You're always thinking about it. It's like, there's days where I'll nonstop plan shit, and then I cannot think about it for a few weeks. But then it's like it hits you, and it's like, oh, I haven't done anything special or unique in a while. I can't keep spamming these videos out, man, because you're going to have an 8 out of 10. You're going to have 2 9 out of 10s. You're going to have a 7 out of 10. And that's that trigger, bro. That's that shit where it's like, hey, your videos are performing worse than they used to in the past 2 weeks. Like, you need to lock the fuck in, or it's going to keep going down. And like a lot of people from their own perspective might be like, oh, I love that content, I'm going to keep watching, but it's not what like you specifically want to see. You might love my videos that do bad. It's like when a video does bad though, I can't keep doing that, right? Like an example is like Slime Rancher as a game that I played.
For instance, this is crazy. I was watching one streamer back then. This is before, well, it was like before and into it. It's the same. Like it was like I I IRL streaming wasn't as big. Was this 2024? I think. Yeah, nigga, bro. People were IRL streaming like 2023. I think 2024 is when it actually started coming into. But it was a streamer I was watching. He was a desktop streamer, and I enjoyed the desktop. But he started doing the IRL streams, and I didn't really like that. And it was a good amount of people who were like, "Can you go back to doing desktop because IRL isn't, we don't prefer that." And he said he gets that, but it's about the majority of the people who watch. You get what I'm saying? The majority of the people, because I think when he started doing IRL streaming, he started to average more viewers, get more viewers. So everything just went up when he started doing that. But yeah, I don't know if that made sense, but basically, yeah, you don't matter. The majority matters.
Fun game. A lot of people really wanted to see it. Hardcore community wanted to see it. Videos did fucking terrible. I lost money on the videos. Editors, I had to pay, more money to edit down 3 hours of footage. The videos flopped. Some of them got demonetized, or they just did fucking dog ass terrible. And it was a bad thing for me to post, and I shouldn't have done it. But it's like that's a big part. Content creation is constant trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, and you'll never get it. You'll never get the game. And you can get the game a little bit more on YouTube. Like there's guys like Mr. Beast that really understand it. And I think I understand like clickbait and thumbnails and stuff and like what video ideas will do well. But you can never tell if it's going to be a 9 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10. You'll never know until you post the video. And it's like, it's even worse on short form. Like I feel so bad for people that do TikTok still, because it's like I ran that shit fucking 5 videos a day, every day for fucking 3 years. And I hate that app now. I still post, once a month, once every other fucking 2 weeks or some shit, just a rant that I want to do because I want, I feel bad like just abandoning that app. But it's like, I'd fucking delete that account and I wouldn't really give a fuck. Like when TikTok was going to get banned, I felt bad for the other people, but I was like, I don't really give a shit. Like that app like pisses me off a lot of the time because it's so, dude, it is fucking draining to post short form videos and watch, and you think that you understand it and then watch the video fucking flop. Like you could have, dude, I literally have 20 million followers on TikTok. I could post a video that I think will do well and it'll literally get 10,000 views. It doesn't. There's no traction that you gain on that app.
Oh.
Like there's traction on YouTube. It's so different. The other point I wanted to make, and I think kind of the path that creators go down is you're initially in it for fun, entertainment, and then you're in it for money and a mixture of all three, and then you have enough money that you don't need to be in it for the money anymore. And that's kind of where I am, right? I still do sponsors and stuff because it's like you want to have generational wealth. Like I want to be able to, I'm 23. I want to be able to set up my kids. I want to be able to put them through college and help them out in every, financial need that they might have, And I also, like, one of my dreams is I want to travel the world. That's really fucking expensive. Travel's not cheap, The week-long trip that me and Brooke took to Iceland was like $8,000. Like, it's not a fucking cheap thing to just go and see countries. It's very, very expensive. But it's like, I not only feel bad about like how I perceived content creation narcissistically and just my own life and people in general as kind of like, I don't want to say it was like sociopathic, but it was like, I used to only care about growth in myself and how I perceive myself and all this other shit. And now like that's fully changed, man, because it's like I've achieved those things and then it was like it hits you. It's like, why am I fucking caring about that shit anymore? The fame is stupid. I don't care about fame. If it were up to me, I would do stream and people would know who I am, and when I hit the end stream button it would be Men in Black, mind wipe, nobody remembers me. Not that I hate getting recognized in public. I love being able to help people positively in that way, but it's like you don't get to live the regular, I can't go like what a weird thing to complain about. Like I'm not
it is. That's crazy because it's like every time it's the people who has it who complained about it. Then the people who don't have it, they like, bro, I would kill to be in your situation, which is facts though. Like, bro, come on, like, but I don't know. I think some things are just better in your mind than in reality. I think in a way.
Say, like, I understand this is such a privileged thing for me to say, so it's like, get the fuck out of here, Joe. Like, who gives a fuck? But it's like, I can't go out in public without being watched. Like, it's that simple. Like, I can't go out in public without it being like, and you would think like, oh, not everybody knows you, but it's like anybody between the ages of like 13 and 25 will know who I am. Not guaranteed, but it's like they look at me like if I go bowling or I go to the movies or I go somewhere with like 100 people that's within my audience demographic, two of them are going to look at me and know who I am, and it's like not disturbing, but it's like almost like you can't let your guard down, man. You can't chill, in just like an everyday life thing. And then just outside of content creation, or outside of that, like the in real life recognition or somebody recognizing me. Now that I'm set in the money sense, it's like, what do I want to do now? And I don't want to just quit. I think there's a lot of creators that make a lot of money. They get their bag and they leave. And there's a lot of people that are like faceless YouTubers that do that. I think I am in a situation where like, what motivates me in life outside of just like wanting to achieve my dreams and like fucking travel the world and see life before I die, because I don't think there's anything after this. It's like, I want to affect people positively, and I used to not care about that at all. And it's so surreal looking back at myself, 4 years ago and the content that I made then for sole personal gain. And now I do charity streams and I do all this other shit. And it's like, I get proud of myself and then I put myself down because it's like narcissistic for me to view it that way. It's like what Ayn Rand says of like, nobody can do anything that's selfless. Anything that you do that's good, you're doing it for yourself. And it's like, I love.
I think anytime you get something you want, you'll come like, you want it. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I don't know when you sent that message. I was locked in on the vid, but oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, 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 yeah. And you get something you wanted, and you like, this is not actual. This is not what I actually wanted. Yeah, like, think I'm trying to think of something. It's like, uh, like, oh, I want to win $1 million. No, I was gonna say like, oh, you win $1 million, but then you get taxed, and they take like 400,000. But that's still good money though. But I don't know. But yeah, I get what you're saying though.
Doing these charity streams and I love being able to help people mentally.
But oh no, I was gonna talk about that. You can't do anything selfless. You do something for someone, you're doing it for yourself. Hmm. Hmm. Now there are a lot of people like that, but I don't think that's true for everyone in the world. I do think that there are a lot of people who do things for other people, and they don't expect anything back. They don't think in the back of their head, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna be a good person for doing this." I think is people is probably more people out there who actually do things like selflessly. Like they're like, say they donate to charity and they're like, "Oh yeah, this makes me feel better because now people gonna look at me as a good person for donating." But it is a lot of people who just donate and they don't think twice about it. Also, I feel like if you don't get rewarded for being good, you won't do good. Yeah, if you get punished for being a good person, you won't be a good person. But I also feel like if you don't get rewarded for being good, you won't do good. Yeah, see, that's another thing too. Like, you do good, you get good. I feel like everyone grew up on that. Yeah, like my parents have told me that before. I think you do good, you're gonna get good. Karma is a thing. You do bad, you're gonna get bad. Oh wow, that's actually a no one is selfless. Everyone does something for something. I'm trying to think of stuff I've done. I've donated to charity before. Uh, I think I probably did think like, oh, this is definitely a good thing. But I didn't do it thinking like, oh, something good gonna come now. I'm gonna get good karma. I just did it because it was like a good thing to do. Karma isn't selfish. It's just what it is. Ooh, you spitting,
And
you
like suicide prevention stuff and
spitting.
all that stuff that I do. It's great,
Karma isn't
but I do
selfish.
gain.
It's just
I
what it
get happier,
is.
when I do that stuff. I'm like, oh, I
Mm.
did something good, and it makes me feel better about myself. And I don't think that it's bad, but like sometimes I put myself down for that of like, is this why I'm doing it? You know, am I
Oh yes, 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 yes. I've asked myself that too. Huh, that's crazy.
doing the fucking Red Cross charity stream or F Cancer charity stream because I want to raise awareness for this? Or is it because it makes me feel good? And I think I've come to the terms of like, it's a mixture of both. And I don't think that's bad. I think if it's fully
It's not bad. I think it's only bad if like no, no. I think it's bad if like no. I don't think that's bad too. Like wanting people to like wanting you want yourself to look good for other people. But if you only doing it to look good for other people, I think that's kind of bad. But you still doing a good thing by helping out for charity, but your mindset in it isn't good. I don't know.
just for myself, obviously that's terrible, but it's like, I don't think it's bad that I feel good that I'm doing charity streams. I don't think it's bad that I feel good when I, donate 20 grand to fucking St. Jude or some shit. Like, it makes me feel good about myself, but it's also doing something positive, and I think that that's fine. I don't think you should always be in things for personal gain, but I don't think you should ever feel bad about yourself for doing something positive and feeling good about it, right? And I think that's a wall that a lot of creators hit, is around like where
I heard a Buddhist say be a good person because it's good for you, not because it's good for other people. Boy, you spitting. Oh, wrong one. I don't have one, but if I did, boy, you spitting. I heard a Buddhist say, be a good person because it's good for you, not because it's good for other people. That is facts. Being a good person is good for you in every way possible. Not because it's good for other people. You not ugly, bro. You not ugly. You not ugly,
I
bro. You
am now,
beautiful.
where it's like, what do you do?
That's
Do you
great
continue? Do you
stuff.
plateau? Do you keep trying to do the rat race, or do you kind of take a step back, or do you just full on quit? And
It's good for
it's
people.
like impossible to choose, is kind of the point that I'm trying to make. This is kind of just a ramble of random shit, and I apologize. I'm all over the place, but I'm just ranting about content creation as a whole in my journey, so it's like, it's going to be all over the place. And that's like how this video and the format of how I'm jumping topic to topic is what's going on in my mind, man. It's like, you can't choose, and there's been days that I want to quit. There's been days that streams have been terrible, or I feel like shit, or you're getting harassed, and it fucking sucks, man. But it's like, I love being able to push forward for the people that love to watch me every day, man. Like, that's the thing of how I was saying earlier about, I wish I could Men in Black mind wipe and nobody would know me outside of stream. It's like, that fan interaction where people are like, man, you really like helped me. It's awesome. Like, I met people at TwitchCon that were telling me that like I helped.
I think to figure out what you want in life. What you want in life, you have to ask what's the most important thing to you. It should be different for everyone. Ooh, do I ask myself this question? But the most important thing to me is, I would say, my family. Not everyone. Huh. But yeah, family, friends. You can't do too much without them, you know? But but the most important thing, yeah, the most important thing to me is them. And I would say the most important thing that I would want to do in my life is to make them proud and give them less worry.
To them,
Who's hitting my line?
urge them to get help, and get, therapy or psychiatric help. And they were like, genuinely emotionally talking about genuine things that they were going through, and that I helped them. And I don't even know this person. And yeah, it's parasocial to a degree, but it's like, they're basically just letting me know that my content really helped them. And I love that.
Bonds. You say bonds for you too? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what you can want besides that, unless like you got like a shit fam, like your fam just bottom tier, they don't love you or something, but or you just don't have one. But I feel like if you don't have one, you would just want one though. Mm.
And I don't recognize that a lot, but it's weird, man.
Oh,
I don't know. I think I dissociate a lot because it's also like the content that I make isn't, it doesn't feel like, not doesn't feel like me, but it's like when I watch my own shit back, I'm like, oh fuck, that's me. But I just feel like a thinking thing, man, which I've said in other fucking philosophy videos before. I think fame is stupid. I think people that care about fame are fucking stupid. It's like a polar opposite of who I used to be, man. Like I used to think that shit
Yeah, I was just about
mattered.
to
It's
say
so
that when he
fucking
was
stupid
younger,
now. Who gives a
he only wanted the fame. I don't think fame is bad though, because at the end of the, you still can do good with having it, because since like your words are gonna mean a lot to like super fans or whatever like that. Like I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing until you use it as a bad thing. Like who do we have? Jack Doherty. He used his fame in a terrible way. I don't know anyone else. He's the only one I know.
fuck? You have followers. Who cares, man? Fame is fully subjective and relevant to the individual and whether or not they know you. It doesn't fucking matter, man. What matters is, your actions and how you interact with people on a day-to-day basis. Are you nice to them? Are you friendly with them? Are you fucking helping them out? And obviously, like, I'm a dickhead here and there, but I think, like, any of my friends that are in need, I'm always there for them. My family is in need, I'm always there for them. It's like, I want to be like the guy that's reliable.
I think fame. Excuse me. I think fame and money is an amplifier of who you already are. You're saying like once you get it, or you saying wait, hold on. I think fame and money is an amplifier. Yeah, are you saying like once you get it? Yeah, okay, yeah. Nah, yeah, 100%, 110%. Yes, I think that's true as well. I think that's true as well. It literally amplifies who you are. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. I think that's like a big thing. It's who my grandpa was
For
before he
better or
died.
worse.
And I think he was too much
Damn,
that
why
guy.
he say
And
died like that?
a big thing. It's who my grandpa was before he died.
Dang, why he? You know what? Okay, I don't know why he dragged the died like that, but
And I think he was too much that guy and he didn't care about himself. I think you need a balance in life. But like all these dilemmas you hit as a content creator, because it's like, dude, it's like this weird moral barrier of like, do I keep going? When do I stop? When does this run? Like, what am I going to do? And it becomes so much of your life that it's like, I'll feel lost when I'm done. And that's another reason why, like, I took a small step back and I want to do that again in 6 months or a year or however long. Cause it's like, if you just hard quit, bro, these guys get lost, man. Like content creation is so your life. It's like, it's not
that's
a
what
9
I
to
see.
5. Like,
That's what I said in the beginning, bro. Because it's a lot of people who started doing this at a young age, like 16, 15, 16, and now they're like 27, 28, still doing it. Once they quit, they're not going to know what to do after. They're not going to know how to relax. They're not going to know how to do anything. I already have these questions until I work on a small project, then the big question starts coming up. Nah, you spitting, bruh.
your
You
9 to 5, like your
spitting,
job isn't
bruh.
you, bro. But like your job's you as a creator. Your job.
Bro, why are they showing? Oh, I sent them the Naruto things. Oh, I sent them the Naruto. I forgot I'm watching Naruto for the first time. Oh, that's what they talking about. I'm confused on what they're talking about. Okay.
So you as a creator, and it's like some people more than others, and I try to keep that barrier, and I think I do, because I think I have a lot of hometown friends. I hang out with all the guys that I used to, and I have content creator friends, but it's like I fully separate stream and like personal life. Like I want to be Joe. I want to have my own interests and things, but like so many of these people get so enveloped. And
ooh, that's another one. How you spell that? We already got one. He said, dang, I forgot to pronounce it. Fallacy. Wait, what did he just say?
things, but like so many of these people get so enveloped.
Ooh, hold on. Enveloped. Did that say envelope? Oh, okay. Wrap up. I mean, he could have just said that. No, that's envelope.
Envelop.
Oh no, that's envelope. Bro, is this not envelope? Am I tripping? Envelope. Envelope. Envelope? I guess. Okay, envelope's like cover, wrap up, cover. Okay.
And
Pretty sure it's just envelope. But
every aspect of every part of their day is revolved around money, views, marketing, content creation, ideas. And it's a lot of it's fun, but it can get.
oh my gosh, see. Oh, I gotta start. I gotta. Envelope is mail, ends with an E, not an OP. Nah, I'm mad. Oh my gosh. What is my. I think my reading level probably like 4th grade. Nah, it might be 3rd. Damn, I'm stupid. Oh, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll learn.
Pretty
I'll learn. I'll
scary
learn. I appreciate
in
that.
that you're going to look back at your life 10 years and be like, holy fuck, dude, that just flew by. You know, because even when I'm done stream, like I'm
Oh my
constant.
gosh, no. You're not stupid. You not know something. Oh man, you too kind, bro. You too kind. You too kind, bro. You too kind, bro.
Constantly having to
I
check
appreciate that.
emails and talk to
Nah, you
people and
right.
do
You right. You right.
calls,
Just because
and
I don't know something
it's
doesn't
running a
mean
business at the end of the day. That's all it is. It's running a business with a bunch of people fucking knowing who you are. It doesn't stop. So it can get draining at times, but I don't know. I love being able to make content for you guys. Like I don't really know where I'm trying to go with this video or what point I'm trying to make. It's more so just
I'm
like,
just telling your story.
if you want to pursue content, this is how I'm going to wrap it all together. If you want to pursue content, what you're in for it now isn't going to be what you're in for it later. It won't. I don't care what you think.
That's crazy because I'm telling you, yo, a lot of the people at the top, they would say they don't like the attention, whatever. Like Jeff, for instance, like Jeff, he says he doesn't like the attention, like he doesn't like all of that, and like all of that. I say they're crazy. I say they're crazy. I say I don't believe that. I say that I feel like that's a beautiful thing to have. That's something you shouldn't, like take for granted, bro. And like they like how they be saying like, oh, I wish people really didn't know me. They just only knew like that the content that he made. But dang, he's saying that once you get to that point, you're gonna see it differently. But I don't think I'll see it differently though. I don't. Yeah, they can't say that's what they're saying. But I say I think that I would enjoy that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, because they always being seen, people pulling out phones and stuff like that. Can I get a picture? Obviously, most of them probably don't want to take a picture, but I feel like I would like that though. I feel like I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I don't know though. It may we go see in like a couple years or something. I don't
It
know.
won't. You know, if you're 4 years into it and you're way more grown, you make more money, you have more followers, your content's changed, like how you perceive it is going to be so different. And I think that's life in general. You know, where you think you're going to be 4 years from now is probably not where you're going to be fucking 4 years from now. How you perceive life is probably not how you're going to perceive life 5 years from now. Because you're going to change, you know, and you're young. You're probably watching this video, you're between 13 and fucking 30. You know, some people might be older. And, you know, I'm not judging you by any means. I appreciate you watching this video as an older millennial. But I don't know. It's just,
I'm in that 13-30 range.
like, I'm at a stage in my life where I'm changing. Just, like,
Oh, I thought them were Naruto pajamas. They were Halloween ones.
I'm at a stage in my life where I'm changing mentally, physically. Like, I'm 23, man. Like, I'm the youngest adult part.
I was gonna drive a blue motorcycle at this point. LOL, did not happen. Damn. Shit. You know what's crazy? When I was in, I think this was like seventh or I think 7th or 8th grade. We were doing like a what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you see yourself? I think back then I said like I think we were going around like the classroom or whatever. And I said I wanted to be like PewDiePie. Cause I used to watch him a lot back then, especially because I think that's when like back that during that time he was playing. I think a lot of he was playing Outlast, and I said I wanted to be PewDiePie when I grew up, and bitch, I'm grown up. I'm not nowhere near close to PewDiePie, but I got time. I got time though. I guess you got time for the motorcycle, bro. You could always get the motorcycle, but I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just be talking, but I don't know. Also, they did laugh at me too. Yep. Facts. They did. I said I wanted to be PewDiePie. Nobody in that classroom knew who that was. I thought they would go no. I thought I was gonna be mad cool. I thought they would go swag with me. No, they did not swag with me. They said, boy, who the fuck is that? I say he plays scary games. They hit me with the side eye. Crazy.
Of my life, and content creation is such a part of my life. And it's not that I don't want it to be.
I was a kid card. I said I wanted to be a rock star. Ooh, rock star. I wanted to be a cowboy too. Then 3rd grade, someone said I had bad handwriting like a doctor. Then I wanted to be a doctor. Then I didn't even do that. That's crazy. I want to be a doctor too. But specifically, I want to be a neurologist. I want to work on the brain. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But when you're kids, though, it's like that, bro. We be having like 3 different dreams a day. Literally, I want to be. I want to be. I want to be a doctor, police officer, an astronaut. But I want to be a zookeeper. I wanted to be a zookeeper for like 3 months because we went on a field trip to the zoo and I seen the lady playing. She was in the cage with the monkeys, so I wanted to be a zookeeper as well. And then we went to another one, but it was like with the penguins and stuff and the dolphins. I wanted to be a zookeeper. Then I wanted to be like what is that called? What's that called when you look for fossils? I don't remember what that's called, but that as well.
It's that I
Like you're
want
going around the world and you look for
to
fossils.
be able to balance that,
Then I want
and
to work at PetSmart.
slowly take a step back to where like this isn't going to be my life for my entire life. I'm not going to be Markiplier doing this for 30 years. So it's like you got to set.
But what do we want right now? As of right now, I love to be I want to be a content creator. As of right now, as I'm thinking right now, content creator. I can't really think of anything else. School wise, I'll start school soon too. But I really have no aspirations for it at all. But I'm still gonna do it just because it's so weird. I don't have any dreams right now. Like the waking dreams, a big accomplishment becomes financial freedom. If you had the money already, would you still do content creating? Yes. That's a good question because I've asked myself that question before. My camera just froze. But I've asked that question. I've asked myself that question before, bro, like 100 times. Yes. Well, me thinking right now with not the money, but yes, I would, and I would probably do it way more.
Yourself up.
Like, yeah, that's crazy because I asked myself that because I was trying to see like I was comparing like different careers, and I was saying like, okay, say like for instance, like I was thinking of like a software engineering job. If I made like I don't know $100,000 a year, $120,000 a year, if I made what if I made what I could possibly make doing that job, would I still do it? And I was like, no. But then I thought content creating. If I could make the money that I think I would make, would I still do it? And it was a yes. But that's me thinking right now, though. Obviously, I don't have the money, but
For what you're going to do
I think
after.
I would, though. Like 100%, I
And
think
that's
I
not
would.
really a
I would still
problem
do it.
now for anybody that's pursuing content currently. Like if you haven't grown,
But bro,
this
you
is
say
a
you don't
this is
have no dreams, but you have the big accomplishment. Well, you say financial freedom. Yeah, financial freedom. I think everybody wants that. So I mean, you could put that as a dream, though. You want financial freedom, you know. I don't like that. You say you don't have no dreams right now, though. I would say that's your dream, bro. Financial freedom. Let's put that as your dream.
only what I'm ranting about is only a problem for people in my exact position. it's so I feel like this video isn't going to relate to anybody. It's more so just like you're getting in the mind of like how I think about content. Like I love making videos, but it's like sometimes I wish I wasn't the rat race guy. Like I wish I was the guy that could post a video once a month and it just fucking blows up and then you just move on. But it's like,
I mean, I don't know, Joe. I think you could. I think he could. Like on his Joe Bartolozzi. Well, his Joe Bartolozzi channel is crazy. He averaged like 1 million viewers. I know he averaged like 3, but this is like, bro, what? And he posts daily, bro. And he's like 800K, a million, 500K, a million, 300K, 320K in 7 hours. That hasn't even been a day yet. 900K, 700K, 700K, 1.2, 1.1, 8, 10, 9, 6, 1, 1, 9. Like, what? I think he could post monthly and still do good. I feel like if he posts monthly, he would probably get more. Because he posting daily, bro. And he's pulling like over 500K. I think he would get more viewers if he did monthly. He would probably get more viewers if he did monthly. I wanted to do programming to get the bag. Yeah, that's literally it. For that reason, like my major computer science, like that's literally the only reason. Like I don't necessarily have a love for it. I just wanted to do it because I seen how much money you can make. That's literally it. I didn't want to do it. I didn't pick it because I love it. I don't I don't love it. I love doing like content. I love that. That's very fun, but I don't love programming. I literally only want to do it because heard you can make good money from it. But also it's a very competitive market. I don't want to only do programming. I want to do art and music, writing, code even if I'm really bad at it. I'm terrible at it. But I don't know. It's weird. Cause like this is what I want to do, but I'm just going to school for like just to really just give satisfaction to like my parents and grandparents because they don't understand this. They don't think this will go anywhere, whatever. So I'm just doing that for them. But yeah, I don't have no love for it though. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I don't. Like that's what I can say. I don't have love for it. And I will only do it for the money. Like I
Those
will
guys
only go
have
to
it even
school
worse
just for
than me
like the
sometimes
jobs you
because
could get,
their
because you could get
revenue and their
paid from
fucking
those.
content creation is fully reliant on that one video
But you want to do program, you don't only want to do art, music, writing. Do that. Facts.
a fucking month, one video every other month that they post. I could have 9 videos flopping around. And it doesn't fucking, I don't bat an eye. You know, I bat an eye because if I had 9, 10 out of 10 videos, YouTube would be shaming me with a bunch of thumbs downs and just less views than
Chop.
normal, and it would fucking eat me alive. But like
On
I
in
post
the
so frequently
80s.
that I don't have to
Crack
deal with
baby.
that. Or that like fear in that sense of
Oh.
like, oh, if the video underperforms, now you can't pay rent. I don't know.
Oh, nah, that's different. That's different. Yeah, because I don't really pay rent right now. That'd be crazy if I had to do that. I don't. Oh, that's crazy. Damn. I might
I
have
feel
to in a
like this
couple years
video
though, like a year or two.
I had a goal and a direction that this video would go, and it didn't go in any direction. I kind of just word vomited about social media for fucking 30 minutes, and now we're here. I don't know. I like making points near the end, and I think the point.
Yeah. I don't even have a strategy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with what I want. Since I have sort of like kind of sort of freedom right now, I know everybody doesn't have that. People have bills. People have an actual real life. Not me though. So I'm really just going with my flow. But I don't know. I know like in a year or two though, I'm gonna have to like lock in, like actually like get a real goddamn job and move out. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. But I'm just trying to do this though, but it's gonna take some
that I want to
time,
make
bro. It's gonna
is
take
if you're
some
ever going to get
time.
into content creation, don't have it be for money off rip. Obviously, money can be a secondary thing.
I'm not in it for that. I mean, bro, when obviously like it wouldn't. I'm not fucking Twitch hand me a check $1,000. I ain't gonna not keep it, bro. Obviously, I'm gonna take it, but I'm not in this for like. I'm not in this trying to get rich though. I'm not trying to become Kaiser Nat, Aiden Raw. I'm not trying to become the biggest on the planet. I'm just trying to have fun, but also like not have to work a regular job. I'm not gonna lie.
You want it to be a job.
But if I still I have a job, but like I don't have like a traditional joint. Like I work from home, but if I still did it and I had to like go to the actual place, I would still do it. I'll still stream. Probably not as much as I want to, even though I don't really do it much now. Like I want to stream every day, but I don't. Even though I should, obviously, because people need to see my face so I could get they could be like, oh, that's what I've seen him before. And I have to do what you don't want to do. Yeah. My sister told me that. Back to the school thing. She told me that if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Cause like I'm being frank, like I'm not going to school for me. I don't care for it, to be honest. But I feel like I could muster through it, but I don't know. I don't really Just tell me
Once
anything.
it becomes
If you
a
don't want to
job,
do it, don't. You
it's
don't
gonna
have
you're
to
gonna
do it.
change how
Don't
you
do it. You
perceive
shouldn't
it.
do it.
You're
There's no
going to.
point.
It's gonna
You're
become a
gonna
little bit less
not
fun.
give it your
Maybe a
all.
lot more less fun.
It's just a
Depends on the
waste.
person. That's just how it is. You might love what you're doing, and then the second you're making money from it, you become reliant on it, and then it's no longer a hobby; it's a career. And you're
Yeah, I'm
gonna
gonna keep it a
perceive it
buck. I'm not
differently.
gonna lie, bro. Be honest, bro. First check hit, full. I'm going full time. I don't know. They could pay me $60. That first check hit, boy, I'm going full time.
When you start making money and you grow, you're going to perceive that differently. When you get your first death threat and harassment and weird ass people, you're going to perceive content differently. And then when you're in a situation where you don't need to do it anymore, you're going to be at the crossroads that I'm at. And I still want to do it. I'm still going to do it, but
if it's not a hell yeah, it's a hell no. Facts. That's true. Also, I feel like when you become a streamer, you become a big streamer. I think that you should you slow down on the streaming and you just really do YouTube. Like you become like Markiplier or some type of joint. Like once you average like I don't know but I don't know, cause you can make a living. You could make a living off averaging 500. You can make a living averaging 500 viewers a month. Excuse me. But if you, yeah, I think that would be the best bet. Like you don't want to stop content creating, but like you're getting to that point. I feel like you should just slow down on the streaming and just really just do YouTube.
I think my advice, and it's not even, like it's the best advice because I don't even know how
I'm
it's
not
going
an
to pan
expert at
out, but
anything.
I
Who's
think
gonna
I'm
watch
choosing
me?
to.
Ooh, I get in the trap of I'm not an expert at anything. Who's gonna watch me? Ah, I don't. I mean, that's true because I mean not true, but like, I'm saying because like it's always someone out there who's better than you at something, or it's always somebody out there who's hungrier than you. It's always somebody out there who wanted more than you. That's the other thing that kind of like kind of stopped me from doing this because I was always thinking that like before I would even start streaming, I would be like, dang, bro, but like it's gonna be somebody who's gonna be posting more than me. It's gonna be somebody who's gonna be doing this more than me, who gonna want it more than me. But I just at first that really got to me, and I didn't start streaming literally because of that. But I looked past that and I was like, everybody has everybody got their time. I don't know. I just stopped looking at it like that basically, and just was like focused on myself.
Right thing to take a step back.
That's what I think. I think like
slowly. Many
I don't know if that
steps,
made sense.
Many steps back. Don't full quit. You're gonna be lost. I think I would be lost, and not that my advice would work for everybody, but it's just kind of how I perceive it. And I think it's the same thing in life in general. No matter what job you have, you shouldn't just full stop and pivot entirely. It's different from quitting a job, moving to the same thing in the same career. But it's like if you're a fucking physical therapist and then you drop the ball and
exactly.
have
That's
no
what
idea
I
what
just stopped thinking.
for the rest
I
of your
just stopped
life.
thinking
You're
like
gonna
that.
be lost as well. So
now I just do my own
things
joint, stay in my
one
own
step at a time.
my own lane. I
I
don't
guess
even look
that's
at
what
too
I'm doing.
much people like that.
That's all you can do in life.
Like
So yeah,
dang, I look at people like I want to do that. I don't look at someone and be like, dang, but they so much better than me. Even though there's people
I hope
that
this
are,
video wasn't
that's
dog
hard,
shit. I feel like
but
it kind of was. I didn't really make any
you
point
just can't let that like
at
take
all. I
over
just
you.
rambled.
Because it's gonna stop you
So
from
I
doing
hope you
what you want to
enjoyed,
do.
but I will catch y'all in the next one.
That was good.
Comment down below what you want me to rant about philosophically, or just serious topics in general that you want me to talk about.
That was
because
great viz, actually.
Really game to talk about anything. This channel in general is philosophy, but it's more so just the serious Bart channel. But yeah, appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one.
Damn, they put the intro music at the end. That was great viz. Great viz.